I know if there are some unrelated questions, our team here, Scott, will help kind of sort those out afterwards. But we want to talk about public safety in the southwest quadrant of Albuquerque. And a couple of things. We're going to hear from a lot of departments, from a state senator, from our city councilor out here. And I think at a high level, you'll hear pieces of this. But I just want to preview that, you know, a lot of Burqueños don't necessarily understand the growth of the city. And I will tell you, it's all here. So like, if you're wondering where the city's growing, it's all in the southwest. And I will tell you, there are a lot of folks in our city who maybe have not been out here and they don't really sort of have a visual of that. But we've got new high schools, we have growth, and it's a patchwork of city, county, but all around here. I mean, when I was a kid growing up in Albuquerque, literally this whole quadrant was empty except for down in the valley. And so this is the future of Albuquerque, but it's also the present. And what we're announcing today is frankly the city's biggest geographic expansion in terms of public safety that we've had in several decades. Now, it's going to take some time. There are multiple parts of that, but we're announcing the beginning of it today. And fundamentally, it is about this piece of land behind us, roughly 6 acres. And the city has purchased this land for public safety usage and community usage right here in the Southwest Mesa. And as a reminder, we often think of the Southwest as a quadrant, but as our counselor will tell you, it is its own diverse area with different neighborhoods and communities. And the part that is growing the most and the part of the highest volume and the highest need is in the far southwest. So right where we're at right here, sort of by Atrisco Heritage High School, is sort of a landmark. And if you look around this area, there's very little public safety physical presence. And it's just because it's a new part of town, new-ish, I should say. It's obviously been around now for several decades, so we're behind. This area, like so many areas that have been underserved, so many communities of color, has been underserved by the city of Albuquerque, and we're trying to reverse that, especially with public safety. So, first up is going to be our fire and rescue. And they are talking about and have plans and funding to build a essentially multi-use station right here. That is going to be a lot like Station 20, which is the station up in the far northeast heights at the literal opposite end of the city, but it'll be split. It'll have an APD presence, a mini sub, and then a fire station. We also know that part of our public safety organization is our community safety department, and we want them to have a presence in the Southwest. And so wonderfully, they're going to talk about how they're moving into Old Station 14 at some point. A lot of these projects do need funding, but fire's ready to go for this first phase 1. And so together, we're looking at also an ask from our friends at the legislature. It is that season, and so we're talking about all our asks and what we need help from the state for. And we're asking for roughly $10 million to complete the public safety complex here, which eventually we hope will also have a transit center and also perhaps even a community center. We'll see. In 6 acres, we can have a full, robust campus with multiple services for the community out here. Services number one that should already be out here. I want to acknowledge that. But we're playing catch up in all parts of underserved parts of the city, but we're making a huge investment out here for the first time with this mostly fire but impartial to APD complex. So I know there's more details on this. I just wanted to give an overview. So first let's hear from our local elected officials, and then we'll get some details from our 3 public safety departments. So with that, let me hand it over to the counselor who never stops fighting for a community and is also amazing at building great things for her community. So she is the right partner on this in taking the lead, Councilor Pena.
And I'll start off by saying thank you for the acknowledgement, Mayor. I mean, that really means a lot, because this area, I used to be part of my neighborhood association, and we really lacked response times for APD, fire. So what happened years and years ago was that we finally ended up doing a partnership with the county. And with the county, what they were going to do is we would cover areas, as you all may know, this area is very checkerboard. There's some city, some county. So the distance for us as a city to get down to Valley Gardens, it necessitated a MOU where fire and APD actually covered areas so that we didn't have a lapse. They did that for many, many years. I had actually invited Commissioner Quesada to be here today. Unfortunately, he couldn't. So through that MOU, it helped with response times. That hadn't been looked at for a really long time, and come to find out that actually the county needed another fire station, and so did the city. So I know the county's working on building their fire station to meet the vast need in this area, and here we're doing this one on this site today. And it's really exciting because we just started this conversation. City Council requested a suitability study for a fire station here. Obviously, we knew it was going to say that we needed one. The study came back, said we needed one. And so then once that was presented, we know there were some sites identified. This ended up being the best site that was selected, and then we purchased the land in April. And then, of course, you know, our state legislature, they're always been a tremendous partner. We need their help. There's not, you know, dollars to go around. So, you know, I just really want to thank Senator Padilla and others who have also contributed to this project. I want to thank the voters of the city of Albuquerque. They contributed 4.9 through this last election. So that's really exciting. And then, of course, through the American Rescue Plan, we're able to put the money together in a relatively short period of time. You know, I thought when we put this plan and study out that it may take several years to get accomplished. I thought maybe by the end of this term that I just started, but you know, with the support of everyone, we're able to get it done in record timing. So I'm really excited about that. I just want to say that this center is going to be a beacon for the community in terms of public safety with fire here. Hopefully, maybe a component of APD, ACS, as the mayor mentioned, and then also with transit. You know, transit seeking dollars. We're also seeking dollars for the next phases of this, but I'm just real excited. This is much needed in our community, and I'm happy that we're here today. So thank you.
And as the counselor mentioned, you know, this area, you can't stress the word checkerboard enough, in a sense that, you know, as the crow flies, Valley Gardens is like way down there, and that's part of the city. But in between us is all sorts of county, and it's sort of a similar story going that way. So we're also in need of leadership from the state level, and we're fortunate to have it to help bring and fund both city and county initiatives. We're very fortunate to have Senator Michael Padilla. And this senator also, by the way, is the only, at least as of now, Albuquerque-ish representative on the Senate Finance Committee. So we're grateful for him and that he has that position. And also is now, you know, he followed me as Majority Whip, and now he's back as Majority Whip. So Albuquerque's very fortunate to have Michael Padilla representing all of us in Albuquerque and Bernalillo County. Senator.
Thank you very much. Mayor Keller, thank you so much for, I think in the last 5 years, I've seen you here 500 times. So I appreciate you making the time to be here, to bring your staff, to bring all of the hardworking folks from all the various departments that are making this happen for us. From the bottom of my heart, I just want to stand here and say thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. We really need you badly. And the mayor was not wrong at all when he said, Councilor Pena wakes up every single day thinking of ways to help our area here, to lift us up and to find creative ways to put me in a headlock and get that money that she needs to make sure that it's done. So Councilor, thank you. Keep doing everything that you're doing. Keep that passion. I just want to let everybody know that this is a huge day for the Southwest Mesa. It's a huge day. Where we are standing right now is the culmination of many years. And every year that I've had an opportunity to put money into this project, I've done it. And I will continue to do that until we have all the services on the Southwest Mesa that every other place in Albuquerque and New Mexico has, and that are so badly needed. I want to remind you that this community's been here for over 50 years. While some of the houses might look a little newer, right where we're standing right now, many of the homes in and around this area have been here for over 50 years. And we do have some services, when you think about it, just down the road. But this is the culmination of a lot of growth in Albuquerque. It's going to continue to be a lot of growth in Albuquerque, and we need those services badly. To our friends, Chief, thank you, both to our chiefs. I feel, you know, very safe right now, right here. And so I will tell you that, you know, on the Southwest Mesa, you know, the response time for a fire is 8 minutes right now. Less than 4 minutes gives you a chance to save your home. So we're almost double on that number, okay? So in the Southwest Mesa, we say, pa qué? Why even bother go over there? while going over there. This is going to be a huge day and a huge move for our area. So I will continue to lead this effort for you in Santa Fe, and I will do everything I can to make this happen. But just again, from the bottom of my heart, from my neighbors, from all the people that live in this area, we really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. Thank you. Thank you much, Senator. And we also know Commissioner Quesada couldn't make it today, as Councilor mentioned, but we're excited out here. We work so well with the county that we've gotten this far without these investments. But as we think about this community here, whether it's Rodolfo and Aya right behind the cameras or it's Trisco Heritage out here, we also hope that, this is a very young community in many ways, lots of families, lots of children. And so important, on top of that, that we need these presence of public safety physically right here. And so we hope also, as the Senator mentioned about feeling safe, we hope these families know that we have not only not forgotten them, we are listening to them, and we are investing in their children and their future community in a way, frankly, that the city has never done before. So to walk through these details, let's start with fire, because they're kind of the front end of the spear on this one. And so Chief Gene Gallegos.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I'd first like to start off by saying, thank you to Mayor Keller, Councilor Pena, Senator Padilla, and the governor's office, everybody that contributed to getting this funding to move this project forward. So again, much needed. Without their continued supports, we would not succeed. So we need their support in order to continue to succeed and grow in the west side of Albuquerque. So as a member of Albuquerque Fire Department and a citizen that grew up in the southwest area of Albuquerque, I'm very grateful. The addition of a new public safety presence, and especially a new fire station. Again, I'm a little biased because, again, as the fire chief, so I'm so excited that we are the first phase of this project. It's been over 15 years since AFR has added a new fire station to its rank and file. Last year and into this year, with the help of the mayor and city council, Albuquerque Fire Rescue was able to add 2 additional emergency response units to the southeast area of town to help address the growing call volume. Now, we're working to address one of the most densely populated and fastest growing parts of Albuquerque, which is the southwest area of the city. New Fire Station 23 will improve both EMS and fire suppression response times and serve over 27,000 citizens of Albuquerque, bringing with it 30 additional firefighters and paramedics manning 3 additional emergency response units. Albuquerque is growing, and with the city's amazing leadership, we will continue to do our best to add all necessary services to fill the need for that growth. Now, in saying that, the opportunity to join public safety teams is always there and always open. Every city department, including AFR, is looking for hardworking women and men to fill vital roles in taking care of our beautiful city. Take that opportunity, join our team, and again, Albuquerque Fire Rescue is so excited to be the first part of this phase in adding a public safety presence to the southwest part of Albuquerque. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Chief. And also, as we mentioned, as the crow flies, APD's Southwest Substation is way down on Coors and Fortuna. It's roughly about 5 miles away. And, what we're seeing at APD is we know resources are tight, so there's a premium on optimizing how we deploy those resources. And part of that real stress area is in our Southeast Heights. We know this. We'll be talking about that in the future, but also here in the Southwest. And so this slice of the AFR facility that will be available to APD is extremely important for response times out here. With more on this, Chief Medina.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Senator Padilla and Councilor Pena. And, the Mayor talked about it, how, families in the Southwest, this is for them. And as a parent of a child who lives in a neighborhood exactly behind us, I'm glad that the city is expanding resources and we're able to grow our resources out and increase our footprint in the Southwest Area Command. This is also a special day for me. I was the Southwest Area Commander, but above that, I served as a lieutenant in the Southwest, a sergeant in the Southwest, And there's no streets that I patrolled more than the southwest streets of the city of Albuquerque as a young officer on this department. And I firsthand knew the amount of time that it took to get from one place to another, and sometimes the lack of resources and the time constraints that we were under in the Southwest. And this is definitely going to help us increase our footprint, and it's going to help us decrease response times and ensure that there's more resources in the Southwest Area Command. And any time that we could build a facility that brings all of our public safety entities together to get us to work well with one another, to get us to share responsibility and to divvy out the work, it's only a win for the community. So I applaud that we're moving out here. I applaud that, we're going to allow fire to take the first step in this, and we'll get a smaller portion. But I know they have bigger fire trucks, so they need bigger space than we do. But no, in reality, it's a great step for everybody in the Southwest. It's a great step for a community that sometimes didn't have the biggest resources, and it's a move in the right direction. And the Albuquerque Police Department and the city has done a great job of this, and I'm glad that this is being able to continue. It started years ago when we divided the Southwest because of the rapid growth. And the Southwest will continue to grow, and we'll continue to divide it and make sure that they get the resources along lines with where everybody else in the city is getting. So thanks everybody for including us and ensuring that we're able to provide better, quicker service to the community. Thanks.
And of course, a quickly growing critical part of our community safety equation is the third leg in the stool, our community safety department, which is also working on how they optimize resources and make sure they can provide the great service that they're doing in parts of our town, all over our town. And when you're this far away physically from their current headquarters out at the Gateway Center, it's a long drive. And so part of what they're looking at is how they have some physical presence in different quadrants of town. So with more on that, our director, Mariela Ruiz-Angel.
Thank you, Mayor Keller and our elected officials for being here today. A year ago today, we had just implemented ACS, and we were taking, 20 little calls a day, very happy with our success. To date, a year now, we've taken almost over 25,000 calls for service from the 911 dispatch center, and we're so excited about that because it really allows police and fire, right, to continue to do what they're doing and really bolster their work. So we're really excited that ACS has really taken shape, and the vision that we once had is actually now a dream, right? It's actually happening. So we are already citywide, and we're 7 days a week, and we run 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. But we know we're ready, and we're going to get ready to roll on a 24/7 plan over the next few months. And part of that 24/7 is being able to have locations around the city so that we can provide services a lot faster and get to you and your mental health and behavioral health types of crises in a really short amount of time. So we're very excited to be a part of this coming together, but also really excited about potentially taking over old Fire Station 14, which is just right up the road, so that we can really expand our services. Currently, our sites over on at the Gateway, like Mayor said, on the southeast, which we know is also an area of town that's really needing a lot of support. But this is also a hot spot for us. And we know we have a lot of community members who really enjoy working with ACS and need our services as well. So we're really excited about being a part of a vital service to Albuquerque, a vital service to the Southwest area. And really, this is about making ACS a priority in dedicating presence across the entire city. So we look forward to our expansion and being a good partner with APD and AFR. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, I think you have some visuals here, and look at that, Station 23. That's a great image to see. So we'll take a few questions if there are some on this topic. Scott, you can organize this.
Questions? Anybody on this?
Yeah, what is the time frame on getting breaking ground and then getting the first phase done?
Great one, Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you for that question. So right now they are doing an analysis of the property and the building of how we're going to do the whole main big plan. But we're looking to hopefully be able to break ground within the next 6 to 9 months is the plan of breaking ground for the new Fire Station 23.
Anybody else? Okay. right, thank you guys.
All right, thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll see you for a groundbreaking in 9 months, hopefully, and hopefully with some extra cash from the state.
That's